Please remain standing for the prayer of invocation given by the Reverend Chris Bennett.
One who is eternal, help us now to open our inner selves to hear and receive from the source of life. God, present here and now with us, we pause in these moments of reflection and recognition to acknowledge love and hope. Love and hope that is you, the breath you give us each day. Today, as one chapter of life closes and another begins, we take a deep breath of gratitude. Gratitude for the long hours of study. Gratitude for the long hours of conversation and new friendships made. Thank you for helping us to see you in one another through the struggles and challenges of student life, giving grace to listen to the other voices and ideas that cause us to ask questions, strengthen our minds, and display compassion in those moments of frustration and fear. Thank you for opening our souls to your guidance. In the midst of so many unknowns, taking the lessons of life learned here on this campus into an ever-changing world, there is one reality that has not changed: your love and hope for these students who now come to their next chapter of life. May your love and hope be their compass. Let it be so. Amen.
Good morning and welcome to the University of New Brunswick 193rd Encaenia. We once again by respectfully acknowledging that UNB stands on the unsurrendered and unceded traditional Whisper land. The lands of Wabanaki people have been recognized in a series of peace and friendship treaties to establish an ongoing relationship of peace, friendship, and mutual respect between equal nations. The river that runs by our university is known as Wilster, along which goes the Whistler, the people of the beautiful Algonquin River. Wilster is also called the St. John River. It is my pleasure to begin the ceremony by introducing the Willisfoot Honor Song. UNB's first ability to housing worked with a number of talented singers to prepare this version of the Willisfoot Honor Song to be shared at academic ceremonies such as this evening. Please stand for the honor song.
Well, I spoke for Malagway, Haji de Pamigo. Well, I stuck on Malagway, Supe Gamia. Nikwas Pamipin, Wazi Zichnil Askamil, Nikwas Pamipin, Wazi Zichnil Askamil. Well, the suck is flowing, flowing and growing. Well, the suck is flowing down to the sea. Mother, carry me, for a child I'll always be. Mother, carry me, for a child I'll always be. Well, I stuck say day bells, say day bells, say Mate.
Thank you to Angie Equin, Judy Equin-Muskowski, Sarah Francis, Ramona Nicholas, Natalie Sapir, and Amanda Myron for that beautiful song. It is now my great pleasure to invite Jeannie Bordabog, UNB's Elder in Residence, to deliver a welcome. Elder Jeannie.
Good morning. I'm so thankful and grateful to be here today, and I give thanks to the Creator for my presence in front of such wonderful audience that are here in a very important event. I would like to begin by saying a prayer in my original language of Mi'kmaq, to welcome and send blessings for our future, to the future people of our nations, to continue and be successful in everything that they do and everything that they become. The importance of your identity and how you are is the most significant part of your lives that will be able to continue and cherish all the hopes and dreams that you are carrying. So in my prayer, I will begin to acknowledge and send those blessings out. I'm set nohama, edawaktamai, uchit kisok, uchitam set one chidun dandeujiklok mimajuahan dandeujiklok kulak sit hamu. Wegi walale uchitam set kohoi dandel nagu set delwana hasid. Wegi walale kuchit sangwan a uchitam set kohoi dandeuji manaka igahnu. Mi walun nek chigisok uchitam set kohoi. Ah mi walun nek uchit dandel yang kwewiek. Mi walun nek uchis set dan set kohoi dandel bamia. Eda wakta mai uchit malchuis yawidanen. Ah uchitam set wol bamiachten of dinnek. Eda wakta mai uchit abohon maria uchitam set kohoi wol bamiachten. Wegi walale uchitam set nohama ah uchitam set kohoi dandelia. Eda wakta mai uchit siyaw bamiachten galochten anagogal. Eda wakta mai uchit nagu set wanahai na uchitam set kohoi wol bamiachten uchitam set wen. Wegi walale dandeli gan muyegum set dandel sit hamwad of the mi welki guchide bichuka mi welki michuatis mi welki guchit kisigu mi majoinuk mi wada muchit dandeli gan muyeg guchit gelok mi majuahan wegi walale guchit nam set kohaina am set nege dulech nohama.
Thank you, Elder Jeannie Bordabog, for that welcome. Welcome, everybody. My name is Paul Meserol, and I'm privileged to be UNB's President and Vice Chancellor. I want to take a moment to introduce the members of our platform party and ask that you please direct your attention to the screens on either side of the platform. The members of the platform party include UNB's Chancellor, the Chair of our Board of Governors, Elder Jeannie Bordabog, our honorary degree recipients, award recipients, distinguished guests, deans, faculty, and staff. Thank you all for being a part of this very special day. It is wonderful to be here in person over such a long period of time to celebrate your academic achievements all together. I'm now very pleased to call upon UNB's Chancellor, Dr. Alison McCain, to deliver the welcome address.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, I think you can be seated. I'm not sure, but okay. Mr. President, members of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, and our raison d'etre graduates of 2022, welcome to the 193rd UNB Encaenia. After 2 canceled events, it is great to be back celebrating in person. Graduates, today is a big day. It's an important day. It's the formal recognition of your years of study and is a significant personal achievement. You've acquired new knowledge, made new friends, gained confidence, and matured as a person. For many, it will prove to be a life-changing event. You, and probably your family, have made a significant investment in both time and money so that you could attend university. I can assure you that time will prove its value if it hasn't done so already. Every year, UNB graduates nearly 2,000 students who will be the economic drivers and the leaders of tomorrow. You'll have plenty of opportunities to utilize your newfound skills in New Brunswick, in Canada, and in fact around the world. My personal hope is that, though, many of you will remain here in New Brunswick. You are the leaders that will make New Brunswick a great place to be, and not just a great place to be from. Our expectations are high, and no doubt so are yours. Take my word for it. You have the skills and you have the capability to do great things, to make the world a little better place. Graduates, enjoy today's moment. You've earned it. But tomorrow, let's get going on the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor McCain. I'd now like to draw attention to page 16 of your program. The medals listed here will be presented during our Encaenia ceremonies today. All other medals and prizes appear below the recipients' names in the graduation list. These medals and prizes were presented at faculty award ceremonies, or they can also be picked up from their respective faculties. On behalf of the university, I want to congratulate and commend all the recipients and express the hope that you will maintain the high standards which you have demonstrated in qualifying for these awards. Congratulations. I would now ask that our Vice President Academic, Dr. Kathy Wilson, to assist the Chancellor of UNB, Dr. Alison McCain, with the presentation of medals.
The Governor-General's Silver Medal is one of the most prestigious awards that a student in a Canadian educational institution may receive. Today, we will present the Governor-General's Silver Medal to the undergraduate student with the highest academic achievement over the duration of their program on both campuses at this university. The Governor-General's Silver Medal is awarded to Natasha Janice Vatcher, Faculty of Science. Ms. Vatcher is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree, Medicinal Chemistry. Through the generosity of her honor, the Lieutenant Governor, a silver medal is awarded each spring to the outstanding graduating student in each of the faculties on the Fredericton campus. At this ceremony, we will present the medals in science, nursing, and forest and environmental management. I would ask that each recipient come up to the platform as your name is called to receive your medal from the Chancellor. The Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Science is awarded to Natasha Janice Vatcher. The Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Nursing is awarded to Nicole Shelton Tracy. The Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Forestry and Environmental Management is awarded to Allison Elizabeth Meister. Vital to our success as a university is the high quality of our teaching, and it is appropriate that we should formally acknowledge that fact. The Dr. Alan P. Stewart Award for Excellence in Teaching was established by the University Senate in 1972 to recognize teaching excellence on the part of some of the many teachers of whom the university is most proud. Each year, a committee of Senate composed of faculty and students selects recipients for this award from nominations made primarily by students. For 2022, the Dr. Alan P. Stewart Award for Excellence in Teaching will be presented to Caroline Purdy. Professor Purdy, would you please come forward to the platform? Professor Purdy has been teaching math at UNB for 20 years. She's a teaching professor in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics, and she served as the coordinator of the Math Learning Center, as the coordinator of provincial and national math competitions, and most recently as the Director of Teaching and Learning at CETL. Throughout her many roles at UNB, Professor Purdy is consistently demonstrating her core values and has worked as a caring, innovative, flexible, and accessible teacher. Professor Purdy is committed to connecting with her students, respecting their differences, and demonstrating that the classroom can be a caring place. She is upfront about her commitment to support her students and says, "I try very hard to show them I believe they are capable. I try to lead with kindness, patience, and acceptance." Anchored on the conviction that students learn when they feel respected, Purdy tries to build trusting relationships with students so that they know that she is there to help guide them through the learning process. Students know when someone is at their side, and they dig deep when they sense that support. One student wrote, "She does everything she can to make sure that all of her students excel. She was always there and willing to help with anything that you needed." Caroline's determination to support her students led her to continuously experiment in the classroom. She's innovative and flexible in the class, always searching and listening for the best practices in teaching math. She attends conferences, professional development sessions, reads books, listens to educational podcasts, and talks with her peers and colleagues. She's tested and retained numerous classroom innovations, including creating student-led classes, organizing field trips to elementary and middle schools, adopting flipped classrooms, clickers, student mentoring and coaching, as well as peer grading. Each innovation has helped her students engage more deeply with the course material, making them more confident as learners. Finally, Professor Purdy is an accessible teacher. As one student notes, each class felt meaningful and connected to course objectives. She's very approachable and helpful and is enthusiastic about the course and about math. She engages with the class and uses many different approaches to help students understand the material. She goes above and beyond. Indeed, in the history of the Alan P. Stewart Award, no recipient's skills and abilities can be better known or appreciated by her colleagues than that of Caroline Purdy. During the COVID-19 pandemic, as UNB prepared to move courses online, more than 600 fellow professors enrolled in one of the 5 sections of Caroline's course, How to Adapt Your Course to Alternate Delivery. Everything you need to know. This course and Caroline's skills helped UNB transition successfully into this new teaching environment. Her colleagues saw firsthand and benefited from the caring, innovative, flexible, and accessible teaching style that has characterized Caroline's 2 decades of teaching here at UNB. Caroline Purdy is a well-deserving recipient of the Alan P. Memorial Award of Excellence in Teaching. Congratulations, Professor Purdy.
Congratulations to all of our award winners. We will now proceed to the conferring of 2 honorary degrees. The recipients will be presented by orator Dr. Shirley Cleave.
Elaine McEwen Cardy to be Doctor of Letters. Elaine McEwen Cardy graduated from UNB in 1966 with her Bachelor of Nursing degree. She went on to pursue graduate work at Yale University, earning a Master of Science in Nursing and a certificate in nurse midwifery. While at UNB, Dr. Cardy spent many hours in the pool as a member of the swim team. As with all athletes, she had to juggle her academic and her athletic commitments. In 1 year, each nursing student was paired with an expectant woman. As luck would have it, Dr. Cardy had a weekend off-campus swim meet close to the time her patient was due to deliver. After much discussion, the dean allowed her to attend the swim meet. The baby waited until she got back, and Dr. Cardy went on to a remarkable career in the field of midwifery. During her career, Dr. Cardy wore many hats, including clinician, teacher, researcher, advocate, administrator, and mentor. Beginning in the late 1970s, she worked tirelessly to bring midwifery into the healthcare system. She undertook pilot projects to demonstrate safe midwifery practice in action. She conducted clinical research on innovative approaches to care during childbirth, and she built alliances across hospital and community care sectors. Her efforts to overcome the structural and attitudinal barriers to midwifery paid off when it became regulated in 1998. In 2002, Dr. Cardy became the founding director of the midwifery program in the Department of Faculty of Family Practice in the Faculty of Medicine at UBC, only the 2nd program in Canada. She now funds the Elaine Cardy Visiting Scholars Initiative at UBC, which brings recognized clinicians and scholars from around the world to share their expertise in midwifery and childbirth with students, faculty, and the public. Her other research has focused on early postpartum discharge from hospital, women's experiences of long-term antenatal hospitalization, resources for women with disabilities, and the impact of drug advertising on women's health. She has also been a strong supporter of interprofessional education and practice. Dr. Cardy's dedication has resulted in numerous awards recognizing her outstanding contributions to midwifery in Canada. They include the Distinguished Alumni Award from the Yale University School of Nursing, the Award of Excellence in Nursing from the Registered Nursing Association of British Columbia, the Award for the Promotion of Research-Based Practice from the Canadian Nursing Research Group, UBC's Killam Teaching Prize, and the British Columbia Health Association's Legacy Award. Dr. Cardy was awarded an Honorary Doctor of Science from McMaster University in 2013. She was appointed to the Order of Canada in December 2016 and to the Order of British Columbia in 2017. She is an honorary life member of the Midwives Association of British Columbia and holds the first honorary registration with the College of Midwives of British Columbia. Upon her retirement, she was named Professor Emerita at UBC. Dr. Carty has maintained her connections with UNB, participating in alumni events in Vancouver and traveling back to Fredericton for events on campus. She attended the class of '66 nurses reunion in 2001, and with her husband attended their 50th reunion in Homecoming 2016. She received the Alumni Award of Distinction during the 2018 Proudly UNB Awards. Over the years, the Cardys have provided financial support for various initiatives at the university. Their latest contributions have helped to fund the newly created Carty Family Scholarship. Today, UNB is pleased to recognize Elaine McEwen Carty as a catalyst in the transformation of healthcare for women in Canada, particularly in the field of midwifery, and to thank her for her commitment and generosity to the University of New Brunswick. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancelare, tota universitas, presentae vobis Elaine McEwen Carty, ut admittitator honoris causa ad gradium doctoris in litteris in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
Ego admitto vos Elaine McEwen Carty, honoris causa ad gradum doctoris in litteris in Universitate Novi Brunswicki.
R. Kenneth Carty, to be Doctor of Letters. Dr. Carty graduated from the Faculty of Forestry in 1966 and was awarded the Lieutenant Governor's Medal. He was granted a Rhodes Scholarship and earned a BA and an MA from Oxford University in 1968. He completed his PhD in Comparative Politics from Queen's University in 1976. If any of today's graduates are unsure of where you might go in the future, please note Dr. Carty's first degree was in forestry, but his PhD is in political science. You never know what the future might hold. Dr. Carty was an active member of the university community. He lived in Aiken House from 1961 to 64 and was elected the life president of the class of '66. In his graduating year, he was the president of the Student Representative Council. And as president, he was one of the sod turners for the Student Union Building, where many of you have spent hours studying and socializing. Dr. Carty's scholarship has focused on political parties and electoral systems. He is nationally recognized for his comprehensive knowledge of the structure, organization, and behavior of political parties and the competitive party system. He has published widely with 14 authored or edited books and over 80 refereed articles or book chapters on politics in Canada and Europe. His most recent book, The Government Party, Political Dominance and Democracy, was just published this month by Oxford University Press. While a prolific scholar himself, he also supported scholarly publications of others, serving as the chair of UBC Press for 20 years and as a senior editor for a comparative politics book series published by Oxford University Press. He has shared his leadership skills, serving as department head of political science and as director of the Center for Study of Democratic Institutions at UBC. He was also elected president of the Canadian Political Science Association. Dr. Carty has been active as a consultant at the provincial, national, and international level. He has provided his expertise to national and provincial Royal Commissions of Inquiry, to the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation Ombudsman, and to the chief electoral officers of both Canada and British Columbia. During the 2003-04, he served as the Director of Research for the BC Citizens Assembly on Electoral Reform, an innovative exercise in citizen engagement. He subsequently served as a senior consultant to citizen assemblies in the Netherlands and Ontario and to the Constitutional Convention of Ireland. His community service has included serving as a member and chair of the Board of Governors of the Vancouver School of Theology and as a trustee for the school's foundation. He currently chairs the trustees of the UBC Faculty Pension Plan. Dr. Cardy has received numerous awards recognizing his accomplishments, including Distinguished Scholar in Residence at the Peter Wall Institute of Advanced Studies, the UBC Dean of Arts Award in 2006. The American Political Science Association awarded him the Mildred A. Schwartz Lifetime Achievement Award in 2013 and the S.M. Libetz Book Prize in 2015. He was named as a Fellow of the Irish Political Studies Association in 2019. After a very successful career, he was named Professor Emerita at UBC. Dr. Cardy remains committed to UNB through his involvement at alumni events in Vancouver and on campus, and his financial support of various initiatives at the university. Along with other members of the Cardy family, he has helped to fund the newly created Cardy Family Scholarship, which will provide generous support to New Brunswick students based on financial need and academic performance. Today, UNB is pleased to recognize R. Kenneth Cardy for his many contributions to the political life within Canada and abroad as a scholar, author, consultant, and administrator, and to thank him for his commitment and generosity to the University of New Brunswick. Insignissime praeses implicime cancelare totu universitas praesenta vobis R. Kenneth Cardy, ut imitator honoris causa ad graduum doctoris in litteris in University Novi Brunswicki.
Ego imito vos R. Kenneth Cardy, honoris causa ad gradium doctoris in litteris in Universitate Novi Brunswicki. It is now my great privilege and great pleasure to invite Dr. Elaine McEwen-Cardy and Dr. R. Kenneth Cardy to address this Encaenia.
Since some of you may not be able to see me, maybe you can hear me. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, deans, faculty, valedictorian, staff, graduates of nursing, science, forestry and environmental management, and of course the proud family and friends. It's with gratitude that I accept this honorary degree, as one can always think of all the people who are more deserving than yourself. But it is so special for Ken and I to be receiving these degrees from our alma mater, where we received our foundational education and where we met each other. I don't know if nursing and forestry students still hang out together, but they certainly did in the 60s, that's for sure. This is the city where I grew up, where I had my first staff nurse position, and where I had my first teaching position. So any of my contributions since that time have grown from the seeds that were planted here. So what advice do I have for you today? Well, like your parents and your professors, I will advise you to do the usual things, to have passion for your work and to bring your full spirit to it. And you're likely to think, ho hum, that's what they all say. that this advice is so trite, but therefore I had to really think, what do I really mean by asking you to bring your full spirit, your full self, to your work? Especially after the challenges and sacrifices academically and personally all of you have had to face over the past 2 years with COVID. But COVID continues, and it, along with climate change, are the two ongoing events that are going to shape the lives and work of all the graduates in this room, no matter what direction your career takes you. Nurses the world over will continue to work relentlessly to care for those ill with the COVID virus. And many of you scientists will focus on further understanding the nature of the virus and developing therapies and vaccines. Those in forestry will find their work critical to understanding the mutuality and interdependency of our ecosystem as we strive to make the planet as healthy as possible for future generations. In these disrupted times, one wonders, what can I possibly do? All the nurses graduating today know that you are needed by our healthcare system more than ever and in every aspect of nursing. The COVID pandemic made the world alert to the importance of quality nursing care that is given everywhere around the world, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. We all heard the stories of nurses sometimes being the one and only person who was with someone dying of COVID, when a family member could not even be present. Those nurses have been bringing their full selves to the spirit to their work. And I believe that one of the most important things that they have been doing and that you can do in these turbulent times, whether you are a nurse in an intensive care unit, a primary care nurse practitioner, a team scientist in a lab, or a forester working with others on specific policy, the most important thing you can do is be present, to be really there in your encounters. I just want to tell you a brief story about a friend who's a health professional. She was spending days in hospital with her husband as he was being treated for cancer. When I asked her how the care was, she said the care was fine. All the medications were given, the orders were written, and procedures were done. And then she added, but everyone was always on their way to somewhere else. My mother went in hospital after an amputation of her leg, told me one day she had an amazing nurse. Well, I was pleased with that and said, why? What made the nurse so amazing? She said that the nurse had looked her in the eye and touched her arm when talking with her. That nurse was not on her way somewhere else. So what do I mean by being present? It's a very complex concept. It's not just physical proximity, but also encompasses accessibility, availability, and reciprocity. We always think of standing or sitting close, making eye contact, oftentimes using touch when we think of physical proximity. But now, with all you have experienced, all of us, with online encounters, we have to think about how we engage on the screen. How do we use our facial expression? How do we use our body position? How often do we look down and look at our phones? Our body position, how do we use all of that to show that we are present? And although it's important to be physically present, and fortunately that's happening more and more as we're here today, it's not enough. One must be both intellectually and emotionally available to be truly present. And that can be hard depending on what's happening in one's personal life. Yes, you can be physically present and available while doing something to someone, like an excellent physical exam, for instance. But to really engage with the person, there must be reciprocity. To know something about their part of the experience is critical. And ultimately, when a healthcare provider or colleague is present, wanting to be there and engaged, whoever it is will feel connection. They will not feel, like my friend felt, that you are on your way somewhere else. So look around at your next work or patient experience. Which healthcare providers or workers are truly present? How do they do it? Who do you feel you can connect with? Please think about the impact you can have if you are truly engaged, and think about the impact you have when you are not. So my final words to each of you: aim to be present in your relationships and your work. Nurses have the privilege of being present when humans are at their most vulnerable. Scientists and foresters have the privilege of designing futures. And when you have that privilege, it's my belief that it's your obligation to be there. Being present is an important part of bringing your full self to all that you do. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, fellow graduates, members of the UNB community, and friends. Let me begin my comments by thanking you for this great honor, both the degree and now a membership in the class of 2022. As someone who's always been proud to say I was a member of UNB's class of 1966, this recognition and this welcome into a sparkling new class is deeply appreciated, one to be cherished and treasured. I remember our graduating Encaenia that spring over half a century ago. Half a century ago. Despite the presence of a glittering stage party that included the Governor-General of Canada and Sir Max Aiken, what I most remember is the place, the feelings of the classmates and friends, and a profound sense of becoming a full, I probably even thought grown-up member of the UNB community. So I hope all the graduates today will just take a moment, be quiet, soak in your moment, the moment to remember. It's a special day for you. It's a special day for this university. When I happily graduated with the class of Forestry 66, I don't think I had any really very clear ideas about the future, other than one strong conviction that it had to include a special member of the nursing class. No doubt, I assumed it would involve some active part in the provincial forest industry. After all, I had just written a senior thesis designed to solve all the problems facing New Brunswick's woodlot and sawmill owners. As it happened, that turned out to be my last hurrah as a forester. Opportunities conspired to lead me in other directions. Academically into political science, geographically into Canada's other coast, into a long university-based career of teaching, researching, administering, publishing, public consulting, both here in Canada and abroad. Do I regret the distance traveled from New Brunswick forests? No, but I confess that many a day I missed them, and knew that what I had experienced and learned at UNB had been the foundation for a wonderful life. So perhaps ironically, it's the work of a British Columbian forester that's helped me to put it all into perspective. In her recent captivating book, Finding the Mother Tree, Discovering the Wisdom of the Forest, Suzanne Soumard traces her decades of research that has now clearly established how trees communicate, how they constitute vibrant and sustaining communities. She demonstrates that a vibrant forest is more than the simple sum of its plants, and its trees. More importantly, perhaps, Dr. Simard has discovered the critical importance of what she calls mother trees. They're the biggest, oldest, tallest trees at the very core of a forest community. It's the mother trees, Dr. Simard has shown, that transmit and share nature's carbon essences across the community, that nurture and protect the younger generations as they grow up, that sustain the diversity essential to a healthy forest. So Simard's work points to quite new understandings of how forests ought to be managed and how important care for the mother trees is for their future. But if a sustainable forest is a living community, surely there are important lessons in it for us, for our own human communities. We need to recognize and support the great public institutions that are the human mother trees of our societies, the institutions that engender and transmit values and knowledge, that nourish the next generation, that provide for an enriching diversity of thought and practice. So surely there can be no doubt at all about this province's greatest, oldest, and tallest mother tree. It's this university, the oldest English-speaking university in the country. It was standing here, supporting communities and enriching lives for almost a century before Canada was even invented and created. Our presence here today, reliving the experience of 192 Encaenia celebrations that have gone before us, is a reminder of what UNB has given to all of us and to our society and to our communities. So in turn, I believe our opportunity, our responsibility, I would even say our privilege is to commit ourselves to defending and supporting it as the province's most valuable, most necessary mother tree. It is for us, graduates and people engaged in this institution, to protect and to support and ensure UNB's vital ongoing place in our society, economy, and public life. As a UNB forester who ended up spending a life exploring and charting the workings and health of our democratic political systems, I understand how important the continuing regular involvement of all citizens is in preserving and strengthening our core public institutions. So I know how important the contribution of the class of 2022 can and will be for this university, our university's future. In gratefully accepting this degree today, I promise to do my part. I urge you all here to join me. Thank you.
Wow, that was terrific. Thank you, Dr. Elaine McEwen-Carty and Dr. Kenneth Carty, for those inspiring words and that inspiring address by both of you. We are very grateful for your many contributions within and beyond the university, your devotion to community, and your tireless efforts in pushing the status quo to allow more equitable access to health care and indeed to education in this country is exemplary of a life path we hope for all of our graduates here today. We also acknowledge your generous scholarship at UNB has made this path possible for many, many students. So a sincere congratulations and thank you to both of you. We will now proceed to the conferring of degrees in course. May I take a moment to extend to all of you who will graduate here today the warmest congratulations on behalf of the University of New Brunswick. We recognize that your path to get here today may have been a little bit more challenging than UNB graduates before you. Given all that we've encountered over the past 2+ years, you have demonstrated even more perseverance, adaptability, and innovation than those before you, which makes today's ceremony that much more special. We know your individual stories and experiences will differ. However, you are all united because of what you have accomplished despite the obstacles. I believe I can speak on behalf of all of us here on stage and in the stands when I say that we are very proud of all you have overcome. A benefit to the many obstacles this pandemic has presented is that the future is a little bit brighter than it was just 2 years ago. You have learned skills and abilities over these past 2 years that will serve you well for a lifetime. And this is critically important given the many challenges that we see across the world today, as well as the challenges ahead which you will experience as you progress through your professional careers. I am confident of your skills, experience, and education and passion that it will make a difference in the world and it will serve society well in working to address and shape the innovative solutions required to advance our world to new levels and to achieve new aspirations. The future rests with you and your generation, and that leaves me with enormous optimism. When you first came here as a student to UNB, you became a member of the UNB family. Today, all of this family, administrators, teachers, educators, colleagues, researchers, and friends, share your pride in reaching this important milestone in your life. We recognize your hard work and sacrifice, and we wish you success, much success, and happiness in the future. We hope that you'll always value what you've learned here and that you will forever remember your alma mater with fondness. We now will begin the confer of doctorate degrees, followed by master's and bachelor's degrees. We will now begin with the doctoral degrees. PhD candidates will be presented by Acting Dean, Graduate Studies, Dr. Kevin Engelhardt.
The degree Doctor of Philosophy. Candidates will stand for the supplication. Insignissimi praeses, implissimi Chancellori, supplicant senatui e huic venerabili collegio gubernatorium. Yavar Abdul Maleki, mathematics. Alexander James Adair, physics. Laura Catherine Boone, biology. Emily Corey, biology. Simon David Craggs, earth sciences. Claudio Ignacio Fernandez Espinoza, forestry. Hassan Hidarian, earth sciences. Genesis Infante, chemistry. Lauren Catherine Scopel, biology. Odysseus Lachopoulos, forestry. Hanif Zaringhalem, physics. Magistri vel baccalaureate ut admittantur ad gradum philosophiae doctoris.
Placetne vobis senatores, placetne gubernatoris, et hu supplicatoris admitsitur.
The candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy will come forward and stand before the dais for the admission. Insignissimi praeses, amplissimi Cancellori, tota universitas presento vobis os supplicatores ut admantatur ad gradum philosophiae doctoris, testor kilos, quod omnia que statuta nostra requirant aptos e idoneus est.
Ego emitto vos ad gradum philosophiae doctoris in Universitate Novae Brunswicki.
You will now proceed onto the dais for individual acceptance. Doctor of Philosophy, Laura Catherine Boone. Thesis, Developing Seabird Bioindicators for the Gulf of Maine, a democratic study of the Arctic tern, metapopulation. . Emily Corey. Thesis, The Biological Significance of Thermal Refuges to Juvenile Atlantic Salmon in a Changing Climate. Simon David Craggs, Earth Sciences. Thesis, Structural Geological Controls and Timing of Silver, Lead, Zinc Mineralization at the Keno Hill Deposit, Yukon. Claudio Ignacio Fernandez Espinoza, Forestry. The thesis, Detection of Cucumber Powdery Mildew and Potato Late Blight using Hyperspectral Data and Multispectral Imagery. Hassan Hidarian, Earth Sciences. Thesis, Examination of mesothermal to epithermal orogenic to intrusion-related SB-bearing gold systems in the southern New Brunswick segment of the northern Appalachians. Genesis Infante, Chemistry. Thesis, Controlling regioelectivity of cyclization in heterocyclic alkanamides. This concludes the granting of the Doctor of Philosophy degrees.
We will now confer the master's degrees in course. The candidates will be presented by the Acting Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Kevin Engelhardt.
The master's degrees of Science, Science in Forestry, Forestry, Science in Forest Engineering, Environmental Management, and Nursing. The candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignissimbi praeses, amplissimi Chancellore, supplicant, senatui e huic, venerabili collegio gubernatorium, hi baccalaureae vel scolares an facultate sciente, in facultate silviculturae e rerum naturalium curandorum e in facultate nutrici, quorum nomina ac studia iam rit cognita sunt e promulgate ut admontantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placetne vobis senatores, placetne gubernatoris, et hu supplicatoris admissitor.
The supplicants for the aforesaid master's degree will stand for admission by the President. Insignissimi praeses, amplissimi Chancellore, tota universitas, presento vobis os suprecatores in supra dictis facatabitus et admittantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate, tescod illos quod omnia que statuta nostra recruant aptos et idonos est.
Ego emitto vos ad gradum magistri in University Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your assigned order onto the dais for individual acceptance. Master of Science, Allison Ella True. This concludes the granting of the Master of Science degrees. Master of Science in Forestry, Jesse Mora dos Santos. This concludes the granting of the Master of Science in Forestry degrees. Master of Forestry, James Clayton G. Farrell. Cheng-Hee Hu. Leonardo Pimenta Aro de Brito. This concludes the awarding of degrees in Master of Forestry. Master of Environmental Management, Aaron Brown. Emma Cox. Zaria Sorrell. Ilana Anastasia Herkart. This concludes the granting of the Master of Environmental Management degrees. Master of Nursing, Haneen Omar. This concludes the granting of the Master of Nursing degrees.
We will now confer the degrees of bachelor degrees. Candidates for bachelor's degrees will be presented by the Order, Dr. Shirley Cleave.
The bachelor's degrees of Science, Medical Laboratory Science, Science in Forestry, Science in Environment and Natural Resources, and Nursing. Candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignis mei praeses, implicime cancellare, supplicant senatui, ehuic venerabilia collegio gubernatorum, e baccalaureae valles scolares, in facultates scientiae, in facultate silviculturae e rerum naturarum carendarium, in facultate nutricii. Quorum nomen at studio iam rite cognitit sunt et promulgate, ut admittitantur et proprium baccalaureae graduum in sua quisque facultate.
Placetne vobis senatoris, placetne gubernatoris, et hus supplicatoris admittitur.
The supplicants for the aforesaid bachelor's degrees will now stand for the presentation by the orator and admission by the president. Insignis me praeses, implicime cancellare, toda universitas, praesente vobis hosca supplicatores in supra dictus facultatibus, ut admittitantur et proprium baccalaureae graduum in sua quisque facultate, testoriquae illos quoat omni quae statuta nostra requirement aptos et idoneus essa.
Ego emitto vosso gradum baccalaureae in Universitate Novo Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your signed order onto the dais for individual acceptance. The Dean of Science, Gary Saunders, will present the Faculty of Science diplomas. Bachelor of Science, First Class Honors, Joseph Adam Augustine. Chance Cody Blackstone. Sarah Catherine Blakely. Hannah Elizabeth Boucher. Megan Lynn Burt. Cheyenne Elaine Butland. Grace Coles. Sydney Ann Crane. Chloe Adelia Cole. Lorene Patricia Sear. Vanessa Temadeo Darrow-Singer. Raina Suzanne Doucette. Sarah Ann Engelhardt. Rebecca Ann Foster. Emma Rebecca Giberson. Julia Nicole Green. June Gu. Jillian Elizabeth Hickey. Matthew Carlos Hopkins. Mirza Nala Hussain. Luke Hayton Murdoch Langille. Mary Margaret McLeod Lawrence. Maggie McNeil. Erin Elizabeth McCaver. Hannah McCoy. Peyton McMiniman. Hannah Josette Geisterfer Newvolt. Jacob Owen Purley. Fariha Qayyum. Zara Ranjipur. Sebastian James Richard. Haley Amanda Simmons. Daniel Patrick Smith. Melina Kimberly Stewart. Tabassum Talai. Victoria Elizabeth Tesler. Emma Joanne Toole. Kathleen Barty. Natasha Janice Thatcher. Jenna Renee Myrtle Watson. Kelsey Ann Wood. Adam Gordon Young. Bachelor of Science, Honors. Faith Abel Abdikabaite. Jessie Elizabeth Bellamy. Nicholas Andrew Cameron. Eduardo Castillo Morales. Danica Ann Chamberlain. Caitlin Elizabeth Ann Costello. Autumn Lacey Downey. Nathan Gorey. Jill Ellison Graham. Holly J. Howe. Grace Jackson. Hillary Longobardi. Isabella Serena Miguel. Brooke Naomi Scott. Bailey Treble. Jeremy Matthew Werner. Bachelor of Science, First Division. Grace Lindsay Arsenault. April Margaret Burnett. Lindia Gail Belcheski. Emily Crystal Boone. Jack Edward Carlisle. Lauren Elizabeth Casey. Morgan June Helen Clapp. Amanda Desrochers. Braden Gregory Gorman. Dalai Heidi Jin. Parsa Kirimi. Sarah Christine Kelly. Doyan Kim. Sean Richard Demololala. Emmanuel Martin. Alex Milton McCarthy. Elena Dawn Susan McGuinness. Zach Michaud. Sigrid Narina Nigtag Bodhi. Kelsey Roy. Rachel Elizabeth Scott. Monica Emily Shaw. Megan Ann Walsh, Bryce Frederick Watson, Sarah Marie Williams, Caitlin Monica Wilson, Callista Newer Wilson, Sung Young Yi, Bachelor of Science, Ali Mohammed Abu Zaid, Kayla Dawn Anderson, Hannah Camille Arsenault, Gabrielle Louise Bain, Desiree Elizabeth Bennett, Caroline Isabel Mary Blakely, Jackson Garnett Brewer, Benjamin Kenneth Charles Brooks, Marika Dawn Biting, Matthew Lewis Chasey, Janelle Doucette, Samantha Marie Everett, Madeline Ada Fox, Tanya Ray Germain, Brett Michael Donald Hazelton, Allison Marie Kenny, David Sean Keys, Rachel LaFleche, Julian Victoria Loren, Isabel Rose LaRue, Corey Lynn Justin McGill Kirkpatrick, Lauren Monroe. Alicia Lee Murphy. Catherine Allison Murphy. Hayden Robert Nettle. Ryan David Charles Nolan. Sierra Ray Oakes. Michelle Pasquier. Jody Lynn Paul DeWyron. Victoria Cristina Pine Villarreal. Hannah Nadine Perret. Trisha Priya Prasad. Patrick Gordon Hanton Richardson. Sydney Ann Sear. Matthew Boyd Thompson. Bradley James Wisted. Anjali Yagramam. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Science degrees. Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science, Olivia Amos. Emma Mae Burns. Monica Stoddard. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science degrees. The Acting Dean of Forestry and Environmental Management, Michelle Gray, will present the Faculty of Forestry and Environmental Management diplomas. Bachelor of Science in Forestry honors, Allison Elizabeth Meister. Sarah Ann Meister. Bachelor of Science in Forestry, First Division, Dreama Lynn Galbraith. Bachelor of Science in Forestry, Morgan Ray Blenkhorn. Christopher David Higgins. Samuel Ward Hueys. Caleb Joseph LeBlanc. Desmond Arnold Le Boutillier. Jordan William Lawrence McGilvery. Riley Jonathan McCree. Timothy Monfils. Sonia Nair. Ryan Innes Ray. This concludes the granting of Bachelor of Science in Forestry degrees. Bachelor of Science, Environmental and Natural Resources, honors, Riley Hope Lavender. Elizabeth Ann White. First Division, Emily Catherine Ferguson. Carrie Lynn McGarrigle. Rebecca Nicole Whiteway. Yu Yi Juliette Zhu. Bachelor of Science, Environmental and Natural Resources. Morgan Ray Blenkhorn. Sarah Elizabeth Evans. Ashley Fougere. Taylor Mackenzie Goodfellow. Emma Gorey. Mandy McLean. Bailey Ann Saunders. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Science, Environment and Natural Resources degrees. The Dean of Nursing, Lorna Butler, will present the Faculty of Nursing diplomas. Bachelor of Nursing, First Division, Hannah Allward. Abby Pauline Bayers. Maxim Belenchuk. Michaela Ann Benner. Rachel Lynn Blowers. Megan Boucher. Patrick Butler. Emma Elizabeth Madeline Carrier. Caitlin Madeline Marie Carter. Whitney Dawn Copeland. Anna Kathleen Crossley. Heather Dakiv. Rebecca Renee Deinstadt. Can Ding. Corey Alexander Fraser. Amelia Renee Grotto. Samantha Hahn. Emma Elizabeth Hansen. Amber Hill. Brooke Katie Ingraham. Taylor Ann Jacques. Malika Lakshmi Jumala. Leanne Marie Jardine. Laura Catherine Johnston. Emily Ann Johnstone. Melanie Kibsey. Chloe Subin Kim. Isabel Rose Lopez McLean. Emily Mary McLaughlin. Megan Ann Moran, Emma Grace Morehouse, Robin Michelle Phillips, Susan Philpott, Emily Alice Piercy, Grace Stephanie Ann Pike, Emma Lynn Louise Rami, Jocelyn Russell, Brittany Jane Spicer, Megan Stewart, Shania Marie Doris Story, Bethany Amber Marion Taylor, Karen Totten, Nicole Shelton Tracy, Emma Claire Trotier, Charlene Shamin Yazdani, Bachelor of Nursing, Samantha Kathleen Awad, Chloe Ann Bro Lavenbush, Nat Marie Crawford, John Patrick Johnston, Christopher Adam Scalabrin, Leighton Scott, This concludes the granting of Bachelor of Nursing degrees and the granting of degrees in course.
Congratulations, graduates. That was terrific to see so many. Hard to see the smiling faces behind the mask, but let me tell you, we were sure smiling on your behalf. Please note that there will be an English translation of your diploma. It's been placed inside the folder behind the parchment. I would now like to invite Jill Jeffrey, President of UNB's Associate Alumni, to welcome our new alumni. Jill?
Chancellor McCain, Board Chair Tingley, President Mazeral, honorees, distinguished guests, friends, families, and supporters, and our graduates of 2022. Good morning and congratulations. On behalf of more than the 95,000 UNB alumni living all over the world, it is my great pleasure to welcome each of you to the UNB alumni family. UNB alumni are known as leaders in their communities, innovators in the workplace, and change makers in ways big and small. We are so proud to count you among us, and we are eager to see what you do to help affect positive change in the world. Today, we've enlisted help from a few members of our alumni family around the world to share a very special message of welcome to you. If you could please direct your attention to the large screens.
Remember all of the experiences that brought you to this extraordinary moment?
The new environments, new faces.
The long nights of studying, or not.
The quiet moments,
celebrations,
The doubts, challenges,
setbacks,
the wins,
traditions,
connections,
the accomplishments.
and now here you are, ready for your next adventure.
You are UNB alumni. Inspiring, innovative, creative, resourceful.
You will make a difference in your own ways, big and small. And we can't wait to see where your journey takes you. Your UNB connection does not end here.
You are a part of a worldwide community of fellow alumni who are there for you, who will support you along the way as mentors, colleagues, and friends.
Wherever you go, whatever path you choose to take,
No matter how many times your goal changes and how big you dream,
Or how long it takes to find your passion, your career.
UNB is with you.
UNB is wherever you go and whatever you do.
You are students for a short time.
But you are alumni for life.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the alumni family.
In 2000, the UNB Associated Alumni produced a UNB tradition, the presentation of alumni pins to each new graduate. We hope it will carry the individual memories of a life-changing experience at UNB and serve as a reminder that when you combine an ambitious goal and personal dedication, you can attain anything. Maybe more importantly, the pin is a symbol that you were, are, and always will be a part of our family. We hope you wear your pin with pride. We know you leave UNB with more knowledge, a greater sense of community, and the potential to make a significant difference. We know that you will make your own mark on the world, and there is nothing we enjoy more than hearing stories from our alumni about what they go on to do after they leave UNB. So please stay in touch with us, your alumni family. Congratulations on a job well done, and once again, welcome to the UNB alumni family.
Thank you, Jill, for that address, but also for your ongoing leadership. It's just terrific. Colleagues, again this year, the graduating class has asked that the Valedictory be presented at the Encaenia. The valedictorian for this ceremony is Sarah Kelly from Fredericton, who received a Bachelor of Science with a major in mathematics and chemistry. And now I invite Sarah to deliver the valedictory address. Sarah?
Good morning, Dr. Mazerol, distinguished guests, family, friends, faculty, UNB alumni, and most importantly of all, fellow graduates. Welcome, and from me to you, congratulations. We did it. I know that over the course of our degrees, there were some of us who were unsure if this day would just ever come. Some days felt like a marathon, while others went by faster than a blink. But here we are at, might I add, the first in-person graduation ceremony hosted at UNB since the fall of 2019. This moment is incredibly special for so many reasons, and today we have so much to celebrate. When I first found out that I would have the opportunity to speak here with you all today, after I took a moment to collect all of my thoughts and emotions, I immediately started brainstorming how on earth I was going to be able to do the last few years justice in terms of reflecting on our time as UNB students. It is no secret that we have, without a doubt, had an incredibly unconventional journey throughout our undergrad careers. Completing an undergrad degree in itself is beyond impressive of an accomplishment, but doing so in the middle of a pandemic is a journey deserving of its own round of applause. This environment forced us to so quickly make resiliency and adaptability some of the most prevalent qualities in our day-to-day lives. When most of us were likely dreaming of traveling or spending our reading week somewhere warm, with our textbooks of course, we were instead forced to accept the fact that the only thing that would be taking flight for a while would be the fans on our laptops whenever we needed to have Teams, D2L, and Zoom opened all at once. We always knew that it was never worth stressing about the small complexities in life that are beyond our control, but this value never felt more real than the days that we have spent attempting to navigate COVID-19, while focusing our attention on our studies that would help us guide us down the road that we want to pursue further in the future. Pandemic or not, we've all learned that being a student is one of the most unique full-time jobs that we will probably ever have. Collectively, we have probably experienced some of the highest highs and some of the lowest lows of our lives while completing our undergrad degrees. And the truth is that no one truly understands the pure chaos that comes with the student life better than us students ourselves. The best ways that I could find to describe this is that being in university is just a constant cycle of your peers asking you how you're doing, and you responding with something along the lines of, oh, you know, I'm doing pretty good. This week's been pretty busy, but I think next week should be a bit better. Next week will roll around and someone will ask you how you're doing, and you respond with something along the lines of, oh, you know, I'm doing pretty good. This week's been pretty busy, but I think next week should be a lot better. This never-ending cycle of organized chaos seems to have been the main character in the story of our lives throughout our degrees, but then suddenly someone clicked fast forward and we ended up here, walking across the stage together. A famous quote states this: "You've been assigned this mountain to show others it can be moved." And if you ask me, we sure did move mountains. I am so beyond grateful for all of the incredible memories and happy takeaways that we have from our time at UNB, all of which I will hold forever close to my heart. But despite this, I know that the last few years have definitely not been the easiest for many of us students here today. The amount of perseverance and pure heart it has taken many of us to gather up the courage to power through the tough times is beyond inspiring. And I want each of you to know that I am incredibly proud of you for rising above these challenges and for not letting anything get in the way of the goals and dreams that you have set aside for yourself. A question that I get a lot from my friends is, Sarah, how are you always so happy all the time? How do you always have a smile on your face? And for the longest time, I wasn't quite sure how I should respond to them, because the most straightforward answer is that no one is ever happy 100% of the time, myself included. Everyone has bad days, days where it seems like absolutely nothing is going your way. Potentially, you find that everything in your classes is due on the same day. You hit every red light on your way into town. You find out that UNB at your room Wi-Fi's down. Then you get to the library and they're out of your favorite flavor of muffin. You might be homesick, and the list goes on. The difference is that I wholeheartedly believe in the true power and impact of appreciating the little things. That's the small moments in life that may seem insignificant to others, but that mean the world to you. As long as you keep up with your passions and follow your heart, you don't always have to have everything figured out. Unless, of course, you're playing Wordle, or if you're trying to ace an exam that consists only of select all that apply multiple choice questions. One of my favorite quotes states this: "Staying positive doesn't mean that you have to be happy all the time. It means that even on hard days, you know that there are better ones coming." An example of this is today, that despite the potentially rocky road that we took to get here, we are all now proudly seeing all of our hard work pay off together. And that is so remarkable and so beautiful. It's all about perspective, and I hope that each of you will remind yourselves of this while you embark on the new and exciting adventures that I know lie ahead for you. Together as a UNB family, I challenge each of you to reflect on your perspective and your mindset in situations that you are faced with moving forward. I have such a vivid memory in my mind of stumbling across this quote at the end of my first year at UNB. It states this: "I've been thinking a lot about taking chances and how it's really just about overcoming your fears. Because the truth is, every time you take a big risk in your life, regardless of how it ends up, you're always glad you took it." We are beginning a journey filled with an incredible amount of change, excitement, and even uncertainty, and choosing to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone while approaching situations with a bit of added optimism can alter the growth and comfort that we gain as a result. On behalf of every 2022 graduate, I want to extend the most sincere thank you and utmost gratitude to all of our supporters. That is to everyone who has helped us get to where we are today. Many of these unsung heroes are here in the crowd today, tuning in via live stream or here amongst us with caps and gowns. I've learned that one of the greatest things that we will ever do in life is show each other that we truly care, and these folks do care a whole lot. To our friends and classmates, the ones who have been there with us knee-deep through it all, there is truly no better feeling in the world than hearing someone else tell you that they also haven't started the assignment yet either. To the people who we choose to call family, these are the individuals who have become important parts of our lives along the way and who know exactly how to hype us up while offering a shoulder to cry on at the same time. To our professors for believing in us, for inspiring us with the tools that we need to extend our degree so much farther beyond just the four walls of our lecture theaters. And to our loved ones who are missed but will never be forgotten. It truly takes a village, and to say that we are grateful for each of you would be an incredible understatement. As students at the University of New Brunswick, we have always been proudly UNB. But suddenly, this fact hits even closer to home than it ever did before. Those of you who know me know that I love to learn, but I can wholeheartedly say that what I've loved most about my classrooms here at UNB is the remarkably inspiring people who I've had the chance to share them with. I am so proud to be part of this incredible group of grads, and I hope that you join me in sharing this pride as well. We all deserve to shine light on the remarkable people who we have grown up to be throughout our time at UNB. I am so proud of how far we all have come, everything we have accomplished, and how far I know that we will continue to go. The never-ending field placements, days spent in the lab, early morning clinical shifts, nerve-wracking presentations, something sort of like this one, and weeks when we might as well have started paying rent in the library have all led us to who we are today. A group of incredible scientists, nurses, entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, travelers, teachers, and lifelong learners, all of whom I know are going to change the world. Being a UNB alumni is so special, and I'm so incredibly humbled to have the opportunity to start sharing that honor here with each of you today. The road may not always be easy, and the path that we take may not always be clear, but when we choose to live our lives with a positive mindset and a positive outlook, we will always be able to find something to be grateful for. Congratulations, everyone. I am so proud of you, and please always remember that regardless of where your life takes you, you got this, and with a grateful heart and an optimistic outlook, anything is possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, for those words. To our graduating class, I think it captures the sentiment of what you've all experienced for the last 2 years, but also recognizing that what lies ahead is important, and your experiences here will take you far. So thank you again, Sarah, for those kind words. On behalf of the Chancellor, the Board of Governors, the Senate, and the faculty and staff of UNB, I extend to all of you who have received degrees here today our most sincere congratulations on your achievement and our very best wishes for the future. Again, I salute you. I want to take a moment to thank the St. John String Quartet, David Adams, Danny Samantz, Christopher Buckley, and Sonia Adams. Of course, the trumpeter Robert Dutton for providing the music for the 193rd Encaenia. Congratulations and thank you. I'd also like to take a brief moment to thank all those who assisted with the arrangements for this Encaenia. As you know, we haven't done this for 2.5 years, and so we're a bit out of practice, but a lot of work went behind to pull this off, so I want to thank and commend all of them. At the conclusion of this ceremony, everyone is cordially invited to attend the Encaenia Tea, which is in a tent outside of the first floor of this building. So the weather is fantastic, and we hope to see you all there. There's also a photo booth set up. If anybody wants to capture more memories of family and friends, I encourage you to do that. I now invite you to view a pre-recorded video of UNB alumni Alex Landine, who will close out this ceremony with an amazing rendition of O Canada. Would everyone please rise and remain in your places until the academic procession has retired.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glory